How many people actually see what you post to your business page on Facebook? Statistically, Facebook only shows your content to 6.5% of the people who follow your page. That can be pretty depressing, but there are some things you can do to fix that and improve that. In fact, with my clients, their posts are usually seen by 10 to 20 times the number of followers that they have on their page. So they go from 6.5% of the people to 10 to 20 times what the number of people that follow their page. So that's 1,000 to 2,000% of their followers that are seeing what they post on Facebook. I want to show you how to do that today, or at least some tips on how you can get that direction. And to do that, we're going to review a page that has 37,000 followers. And you would think this page is going to be very successful. But even a page with that many followers can still have room for improvement. The page we're going to look at today is Side Hustle Nation. This is the company owned by Nick Loper. He has the podcast, The Side Hustle Show. I'm a huge fan of Nick, been listening to his show for many years, and I just thought I'd take a look at his page and see how it's doing, and I found some areas that I think he could improve on. So let's get started. Give me just a second, I'll bring up his page for you. All right, here we have Nick's page, Side Hustle Nation. To review this, I'm going to be going through my Facebook page health checklist, and I'll put a link in the description below where you can download this checklist and go through it with your own business. But let's take a look at the checklist and compare it to Nick's page. The first question on the checklist is, do you have a business page or just a personal account? And obviously Nick has a business page here. This is not a personal account on Facebook. This is his actual business page. So he's got that one down pat. The next thing is your business name and the URL of your Facebook page. And if you go up to the very top of the window, you can see he has facebook.com/sidehustlenation. So that is good. If you do not have that set up, you have to do that yourself. If you didn't set that up, it's going to be facebook.com/ and a random string of letters and numbers. It doesn't look very professional, so I would recommend changing that if you haven't changed it already. The next question, is the page name the same as your business name? And he has that down. The page name is the same as his business name, Side Hustle Nation. And the next question, is your branding prominent in your cover photo? Okay, the cover photo is this large photo at the top of the page. And you can see his name is not actually mentioned, or his business name is not actually mentioned in the cover photo, but it does fit with his brand. His brand is that you have the side hustle that you're doing in order to gain freedom in the future. So you're working hard in order to have freedom in the future. So that is shown in this cover photo. Now, one thing I would recommend that he does is to change this cover photo by moving the picture of him over to the right-hand side. Facebook changes where the profile picture, that's the picture here, the round one with the man running with the briefcase. Facebook changes the size and the location of that profile picture based on what kind of device people are using in order to come to this page. So right now I'm on a laptop, and so the profile picture is very small and off to the left. If you're using a cell phone, the profile picture will be much larger and in the middle. A tablet, it'll be a little further to the right than it is right now, and a little bit bigger. So it just depends on what type of device you have. Some of those devices may cover up the word freedom with the profile picture, and his picture up here will look like will work for not food, not money, and they can't see what else it's supposed to be there. So to be safe with that, he would need to move this part of his picture over to the right-hand side instead of on the left-hand side of his cover photo. So it's just a minor change that he may want to put in place. The next thing to look at is the question, do you have your logo as your profile photo? And he has done a good job of having a logo here. The reason you want to use a logo for the profile picture is because this picture gets very, very small in different places on Facebook. You can see over here where it's next to their name in this post. It's much smaller, and if someone's looking at that on a phone screen, it's going to be even smaller than it shows up on the computer screen for me. And then also any comments that they leave. I don't think that they have left any comments as the page. Let's see if I can see all the comments here. Yeah, I don't see any responses from the page to any of these comments. But any comments would also have that profile picture next to the name of the page in those comments, and that's even smaller. So having a very clear and easy to recognize logo as your profile picture is a very good practice to have, and they've done a good job with that. Okay, the final question about this top section of the page is, do you have a call to action button, and does it work properly? They do have a call to action button. That's this button right here that says sign up. I'm going to go ahead and click on that and see what happens. Okay, and so it goes to the sign up page on their website. So that's very good. Their call to action button is actually working. If you don't have a sign up page on your website, what I recommend to use for this call to action button is a call now button. I recommend that because I usually work with small businesses, and talking to their customers on the phone is one of the best ways for them to sell their products or services. So if that's the case for you, I would recommend, instead of having a sign up button right here, I would recommend a call now button. And then when people click that or tap it on their phone, it immediately opens up their dialer and they can call you and order your product or service. Okay, so let's move on down. Let's look at the About page. Okay, and there's very little on their About page here. But let's go through our list of questions here for the About page. First one is, are your categories listed? They do have a category listed here, Business and Economy website. I recommend going through and just checking your categories periodically. Facebook does change those from time to time and change the selection of categories that are available, and you might find something that's a better fit for your business than what you currently have it set as. And I think right now they do allow you to have up to 3 categories. They change that from time to time also, but I think right now they allow up to 3 categories per business. The next question is your address or service area listed? That doesn't really apply to Nick and his show because it's a worldwide show. He has clients from all over the world that are using his products. So putting a service area or an address wouldn't really make much sense for him. But if you have a local business, you do want to have your service area or your address listed where people can see where you are in relation to their own home. The next question, do you have all your contact info listed? And they do not have contact info listed. They do have the website listed here, and that's one of the other questions in here. They do have that listed, but they don't have any contact info as far as phone calls or a phone number or email address. I don't know that they want people calling them directly. I don't remember seeing a phone number on the website. I know they don't want people emailing directly. They have a email form on the website for emailing. But for most businesses, you're going to want your phone number and your email address in the About page. The next question is, do you have your hours of operation listed, and are they correct? Now, Nick does not have hours of operations listed. That's most likely because of the fact that he is a worldwide business, and he has a team that can respond to any request. But if you're a local business and you're wanting people to contact you, you want to have your hours of operations listed. Even if you have the philosophy that, oh, my customers can call me any time of the day and I'll respond to them, you still want to put hours of operation there that will describe the best times of the day for customers to contact you and get an answer to any question that they may have. And the next question, do you have reviews turned on? Nick does not have reviews turned on his page here. I would recommend that he turn those on. That's something that could be very helpful to him. Some businesses don't want to deal with the hassle of the reviews because you can get negative reviews and that can reflect poorly on your business. I recommend fighting negative reviews by asking for a lot of positive reviews from your customers, and just let the positive reviews outnumber the negatives. One thing you do have to keep in mind when you have reviews turned on for your page on Facebook is that there are scammers out there that like to leave fake reviews that have links to their websites in order to scam your customers. You do want to report those and block them and delete their reviews. And then the next question in the About section goes back to the main page and asks about this intro section right here on the left. And the question is, have you written a brief description of your company for the intro? You can see that Nick has done this, but let's read through it. Side Hustle Nation is the community for part-time entrepreneurs. We're excited about business, finan, and then it stops. I'm assuming that's supposed to be business, finances, and then something else to follow the rule of three and have three things there. But it gets cut off because Facebook has recently changed the number of characters they allow in that intro section. And apparently whoever set this up for Nick, they set this page up at a time when Facebook was allowing more characters in that intro section than they are allowing now. And so he wants to go in and change that, or have someone go in and change that for him. Because right now it just looks like they're not really paying attention to their Facebook page. And if you're not paying attention to your Facebook page, your clients shouldn't really pay attention to your Facebook page either. So if they want clients to pay attention to this, they need to fix that intro section right there on their page. And let's move on down to the next section in my checklist. The next section is concerning the post, and you can see the post section over here on the right of his page. The very first question that I ask regarding post is, do you have a pinned post at the top of the feed? And you can see that Nick does not have any pinned post at the top of his feed. Those would show up right here at the top if he had pinned post, and it just show, I think right now they just show two of them at a time, right here at the top as smaller posts that are featured at the top of the page. I recommend that my clients put a short video introduction about their business as one of those pinned posts at the top. That way, no matter what you post, that video introduction is always at the top, and any customer that comes to your page can see that and get to know your business a little bit better. The next question, are you regularly posting collections of 10 or more photos? Now this has to do with my strategy for getting thousands of views on Facebook without having to pay for ads. That strategy is called the 1-10-10 strategy. I recommend to my clients that they post one post per week. That post should include at least 10 photos in that post. And then that post should then be shared in at least 10 groups on Facebook. So that's one post per week with at least 10 photos shared in at least 10 groups. And so that's a strategy that I developed. I teach that. If you want to get information about all the details for that strategy and learning it, check the description below. I'll have a link to my online course. But let's look and see if Nick does any collections of photos on his Facebook page. Most people do not. And it looks like he is not doing any collections of photos on his Facebook page. Everything is links. It looks like all he has on here is just links. Now, links are one of the poorest performing post types that you can share on Facebook. Facebook doesn't like it when you share links. That sends people off of their platform, because then they're not getting ad revenue from those people when they're off of the Facebook platform. They want you to keep people on the platform. In fact, they want you to not just keep people on the platform, they want you to have people interacting with your content on the platform. And that's what my 1-10-10 strategy is designed to do, to keep people on the platform, keep them interacting with your content, and Facebook rewards that by showing that post to more people. So one thing that Nick could do to improve his Facebook page and to get better results from it for his business is to start posting collections of 10 or more photos. The next question in the post section is, does each set of photos end with a branded thank you photo? So when you do put up a collection of 10 photos, on Facebook, the very last photo in that collection should be a branded photo that just says something like, "Thank you for looking, thank you for considering us," and it should have the contact information for your business. So that way when a customer gets to the end of the feed of the photos, your contact information is right there in front of them, encouraging them to go ahead and contact you and make a purchase. Okay, and the next question, do you include a link to your website in the text of your post? They do that here on Side Hustle Nation. Include a link to their website with every post, it looks like. This one does not. And that's a shame, because this one has actually gotten a lot of good results. You got 62 comments, you got 10 shares. That's pretty good for his page. You can see most of his stuff doesn't get anywhere near that many. They do get some good shares, but 14 comments, 16 comments, 18 comments, 2 comments, 2 comments. So that one way up there that got 62 comments and 10 shares, he's missing out by not having a link to his website in the description of that particular post. So I always recommend that businesses do that. You never know where your post is going to go, how many people it's going to reach, and you want to take advantage of it every chance you get. The next question, are you sharing each post in at least 10 local Facebook groups? Okay, now I say local Facebook groups for most of my clients because they're usually local businesses. Nick, being a worldwide business, might not want to limit his to local Facebook groups, but he could search for groups. Like, for example, he can search for every Facebook group that's a What's Happening group that's in a major city in the U.S. that has more than 1 million people, and join those groups, and then every post he puts up on his page, he can share in those groups. And that's part of the strategy that I teach in my 1-10-10 strategy course. And the final question about the post is, are customers commenting on your post and tagging their family and friends? He does have customers commenting on his posts. So that's very good. It is pretty low numbers for a page that has 37,000 followers to only be getting 10, 15 comments for each post. You had that one exception that had the 62. This one has 36 comments. Those are still pretty low out of a total of 37,000. So if you want to get more comments on your content on Facebook, again, I teach that in my 1-10-10 strategy course. All right, and then we want to look at the next section, the final section of my checklist, and that is links and etc. The first question is your Facebook page prominently linked on your website? So we are going to go to their website, sidehustlenation.com. Okay, and I do not see Facebook listed yet, so let's scroll down. Okay, and there is his social media information right here. So they do have Facebook listed at the bottom. I always recommend that my clients put Facebook at the top in what is called the header of the page, and so that would be up here. So put their social media links, for example, could be put right here next to his search bar, or directly underneath or directly above the menus, and just somewhere up at the top. Include those social media links up at the top in order to drive more customers to Facebook. They're not as likely to go to your Facebook page if the link to your Facebook page is all the way down at the bottom of your website. The next question is, did you include your Facebook page in your Google, Yelp, and Bing listings? Okay, so let's just search for Nick's business on Google. Okay. All right, so he does not have a Google listing for his business showing up over here on the right hand side. You can see that Google recognizes it as a business, but it's not. He has not set up his own Google My Business or his Google Business listing. If he were to do that, he could include his Facebook page in that listing, and one of the advantages of doing that is that Google will grab reviews from Facebook and transport them into your Google listing for your business, and you'll get double benefit from the reviews that have been left for you on Facebook. So let's go back to his page now. And the next question is your Facebook page listed on your business's LinkedIn page? If you are doing work as a B2B business, selling business to business instead of just business to consumer, you want to have a LinkedIn page as well as a Facebook page, and you want to have those accounts linked to each other. So in Facebook, you want to have a link to your LinkedIn page, and in LinkedIn, you want to have a link back to your Facebook page so that people can find you on both platforms. And then the next question is, have you created a QR code to send customers to your Facebook page? And of course, I can't see if Nick has ever created a QR code for his Facebook page, but I always recommend that my customers go to tiny.cc and create a short link to their Facebook page. So tiny.cc is the website. And you can put the long URL of your Facebook page here and create a short form of that URL. When you do that, they create a free QR code that you can then download and include in your print advertisement to send people to your page. If you have a checkout counter in your business, you can put that QR code next to the register and ask customers to scan it right away and leave you a review on Facebook. The reason I recommend tiny.cc is because if you sign up for an account here, and it's free to have an account, when you create that QR code, tiny.cc will keep track of how many people use that QR code to go to your Facebook page. And so that's very helpful for you as a business to know how many people are actually scanning that code and using it to get to your page. So I always recommend that my customers set up a tiny.cc account and then create a QR code for their Facebook page. Okay, so those are just a few tips and tricks that you could follow to improve your page. We found several things that Nick could fix on the Side Hustle Nation page, and I hope this has been helpful for you and for your business as well. If you'd like some more information, I do have that online course, the 1-10-10 Strategy course. The link for that will be in the description. Go check it out. The first lesson is free. It's on Thinkific, and so if you're familiar with that platform, you should be able to find it there. Also have the link in the description. But the first course is free. If you go to my website, fortenberrymarketing.com, you can also see some videos there teaching some more about this 1-10-10 strategy. If you would like the Facebook page health checklist, I will also include that link in the description. You can go and download that for free and use it to check your Facebook page. And then also, if you'd like for me to do a review of your page, do a video review, I'd be happy to do that. Just leave a comment below, include a link to your Facebook page, and I'd be happy to go and review it for you. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been helpful to you, and we'll see you in the next video.